new to my channel, I like reading romance, fantasy romance, paranormal romance, any kind of genre of romance in general. And I also happen to have cerebral palsy, and it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe to my channel. Happy Monday! I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today is going to be another recommendation video for vampire romances. And I got this video idea from watching Lacey at Lacey's Book Lovers and Samantha from Books with Samantha. They did this video recently, and I'll link their channels down below in the description in case you want more vampire recommendations. The first book I'm going to recommend is one of my favorite books in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. It's Lover Mine, and it's John Matthews' book, and I can't really say anything much about it except John Matthew is my favorite Black Brother Daggerhood character, and his heroine is so like a kick-a-butt heroine, but I just love John Matthew and his heroine so much. It's been years since I read it, so I'm kind of fuzzy on the plot, but you have to read these books in order to get the full effect. I think this is book 8. No, book 8 or book 7. I'm not sure about the order. The next recommendation I have for you is Lothaire, and that is book 11 in the Mortals After Dark series by Cressley Cole. It is my favorite book in the series so far. If you haven't read the Immortals After Dark series, Lothaire is the bad guy. And he's been a bad guy through the previous books, but I love him. And in this book, Lothaire thinks his mate is this goddess. He's supposed to be with this goddess, but it turns out his mate is the human who the goddess is using her body against her will. His mate turned out to be Ellie and not the goddess. And it was just so fun because who would you think would be Lothaire's mate? Didn't turn out that way at all. But Lothaire and Ellie just balance each other out. Ellie is this country bumpkin, and Lothaire is this vampire of old vampires, very powerful vampire, and she does not give in to Lothaire, and she can take whatever he dishes out. And I love this book. It is my favorite book in the Immortals After Dark series. And I love a morally gray character. Blood Moon by Gillian Graves. I read this book because Tiffany and Ava kept talking about it on a reading sprint. And they said it was a short, quick novella between a vampire and a witch, and it was really good, so I decided to read it. It is about, I forgot the heroine's name, but the hero's name is Black. The heroine is a witch. She's plus size, so there's plus size representation, and the vampire is Vlad. And they have this one night together at a nightclub, And then the next day, the heroine finds out that Vlad is her rival because she owned a store, and then Vlad's business is right next to her, so she thinks they are rivals, but all Vlad wants to do is be with her again. So it doesn't matter what the heroine thinks, Vlad is enamored with her, and he is going to get her. It was really sweet. I love the plus size representation. There was blood play in this. I love that Vlad was obsessed with the heroine, and he wouldn't stop until she felt the same way for him. And the cover of this book is just beautiful. Next, I have another vampire novella recommendation for you. One Bite, One Night. And here we follow, it's 80 pages, but it was really cute, and it was really good, and I liked it. And I'm hoping the author is gonna come out with more full-length books. In this book, One Bite, One Night, America is divided into two parts. The northern part is where the people reside. The southern part of America is where all the vampires and all the creatures reside. And we follow Raven, who just got off a divorce. She's newly divorced, and she goes in this nightclub. She meets our hero, Sebastian. His name is Sebastian, and he is a bodyguard to this vampire king. Ellie, Raven, and Sebastian meet. It turns out they're fated mates, and they have this really hot night together. Rebel Bitten. It's the fourth book in the Blood Alliance series. If you don't know what the Blood Alliance series is, it's about this series involving vampires and lichens. Lichens are wolf shifters, and in this world, humans are like second-class citizens. So all the vampires and all the wolves have control over humans. But there are a certain group of vampires and lichens that do not like how this world is run, so they are trying to overthrow the government. Rebel Bitten, because it involves a vampire and a human. And in Rebel Bitten we have Willow, and I forgot what the hero's name, and our hero vampire, I forgot his name. But Willow escapes from the lichen breeding clinic. She went to school for humans and to participate in this tournament, but instead of going to this tournament, they put her in the breeding clinic for lichens, and this place is terrible. So Ellie escapes from the breeding clinic, and she bumps into our vampire king, because he's one of the vampire kings, and he takes an interest in her and takes her back to his home. And basically, Willow tries to escape, but she realizes that this vampire king is different than what she thought he was going to be. He's different from the Lycans that treated her badly, so she decides to stay, and it's their romance. The last book I'm going to put on my recommendation is a book that I want to read. It's been on my TBR, but it's Lore and Lust. And I know nothing about this book except it's an MM vampire romance. And I put this book on my TBR because Tori at Novel Life keeps saying great things about this book. And it has a gorgeous cover, and I want to read it. Those are all my recommendations for vampire romances. Please let me know if you have read any of these books. I would love to know. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. That would mean the world to me. And I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.